you're an early stage VC, you're taking calls when there's not much data. What from your background helps you sort of take a gut call on what to fund, what not to?
Yeah, I think it's how you're configured mentally, and you're right, absolutely. I mean, early stage technology investing has nothing to do with finance. Some people have the wrong impression that it has something to do with finance and numbers, but we are actually taking calls which are very intuitive. And VCs actually take calls in two ways. One, you take a very gut-based call, and then you try and validate it, or you try and find out what's wrong, or you disbelieve everything the founder says, and then you say, hey, prove yourself right and me wrong, right? The most successful company that I had out of that fund is a company called Ceremac. And I was invited to Sign, which is the incubator at IIT Bombay, to visit a bunch of startups. Okay. And I ended up speaking to 3 founders.
When was this?
This was back in 2010, maybe, when I just set up my first deep tech fund. And when we went and met a professor, Shashikant, Dr. Shashikant, I should say, young guy, and he was talking to me about his startup, which is in the small engine space. He had a customer and a half, one customer, paying customer, and a pilot that he was running. And his product was actually enabling fuel efficiency in small engines. So it was going into all the diesel generators that were out there, as well as into some of the motorcycle engines that were there. And he's also incidentally created the product with something called a throttle position sensor, which if you know the function where, cars always had this, right? Good cars, at least premium cars, where at the traffic signal, the engine goes off to save fuel and then it comes on. He's the first guy who built it for bikes in India, because you can't, to build it at that low cost, that it fits into the BOM of what a motorcycle and therefore the price point of a motorcycle is a hard one. And while there were global solutions, they were very pricey. And he used a mixture of software and hardware to enable this and create this product. Now on 35 million two-wheelers all over India. If you ride a bike, you probably engaged with his product in some way, or it's helped you in some way. But the only reason I even understood what he was talking about was because of my background in marine engineering, and I didn't just interact with engines. I've actually been inside engines. And though bigger engines, but I could understand what he was trying to say with smaller engines. So I think breadth of experience as a venture capitalist is extremely important.
Curious to know more? Watch the complete video on our channel.